In the heart of the sprawling whisper wind forest, there lived a most unusual creature named Twyla. Twyla was no ordinary inhabitant of the forest. She was an extraordinary being with incredibly long legs and two distinct tails. Her legs, spindly and strong, were the tallest in the forest, allowing her to see over the thickest underbrush and the tallest ferns. Her two tails, one fluffy and the other sleek, helped her maintain an impeccable balance and enabled her to navigate the uneven forest floor with grace. Despite her impressive height and unique appearance, Twyla had a certain gentleness about her. She moved through the forest like a quiet breeze, her long legs stepping so softly on the leaves that not even the slightest rustle could be heard. Her diet mainly consisted of the tender leaves from the high canopies, which she could easily reach thanks to her lengthy limbs. One crisp autumn morning, as Twyla was roaming through a particularly dense part of Whisper Wind Forest, she encountered an unexpected obstacle. A massive tree, once towering the robust, had succumbed to a recent storm and now lay fallen across her usual path. The tree was enormous, its trunk thick and its branches sprawling, a barrier that seemed insurmountable even for someone as tall as Twyla. Twyla paced back and forth, her two tails twitching in irritation. Each time she tried to step over the tree, her long legs, usually so advantageous, became a hindrance. They tangled in the branches, and the uneven surface made her uncharacteristically clumsy. Climbing directly over it was out of the question. Despite her height, her body was too long and her limbs not suited for climbing. Feeling defeated, Twyla considered turning back and finding a different route, a significant detour that would take her much longer to reach her favorite feeding spot. Just as she was about to retreat, a chorus of tiny voices called out from the underbrush. It was the Chirpers, a family of small, bush dwelling birds known for their helpful nature and problem solving skills. Seeing Twyla's dilemma, they flitted around her, assessing the situation with quick and darting movements. Twyla, why not try going under the tree? Chirped Little Wing, the youngest of chirpers. Twyla paused, her two tails momentarily still. The suggestion seemed odd, but at first, how could she, a creature so tall, fit under the tree? But as she lowered her head and bent her long legs, she realized that the space between the trunk was hollowed out, possibly by the storm's fierce winds. Encouraged by the chirpers' cheerful chirping, Twyla carefully maneuvered herself down to the ground, something she rarely did. Inch by inch, she slid her elongated body under the tree, her legs folding beneath her like stilts being retracted. It was awkward and uncomfortable, but Twyla found that by lying almost flat, she could just about squeeze through. With the final push, encouraged by the chorus of cheers from above, Twyla emerged on the other side of the tree. She stood, shook her long legs free of leaves, and raised her head high with a new found sense of accomplishment. The chipper chirpers, with a gentle nod, Twyla continued on her path, her two tails swishing more confidently than before. She had learned that sometimes even the tallest must get low to overcome obstacles, and that with a little help from friends, no barrier is too great. The end. So if you like this story, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you come back for more. There's always more to create. I appreciate you guys listening, and I'll see you in the next one.